The 1980 no-mint mark 1-cent USA coin has taken the coin-collecting world by storm, becoming one of the most astonishing discoveries in numismatic history, with a face value of just 1 cent but an estimated worth soaring to $9 million. And the story behind this copper treasure is as fascinating as it is inspiring. Especially for beginner coin collectors who dream of finding a life-changing coin hidden in their spare change. Because what makes this coin so valuable isn't just its age or scarcity, it's the era and history it carries. Struck in 1980 at the Philadelphia Mint, these coins bear no mint mark, which was normal for that time, but certain examples of this coin feature rare die varieties, double die obverse errors, and unique planchet imperfections that make them worth a fortune today. With collectors and auction houses eagerly paying record-breaking prices for well-preserved or error-laden specimens. And the allure doesn't stop there because the 1980 no mint mark penny represents an era of transition in U.S. mint history, right before the major shift in 1982 when pennies switched from 95% copper to copper-plated zinc, meaning that coins from 1980 are pure copper and thus not only have intrinsic metal value but also historic significance as the last of the true heavy copper cents before the cost of copper exceeded the coin's own denomination. But what truly sets apart this 1980 penny worth $9 million are the minute minting imperfections, tiny details, invisible to the naked eye that advanced collectors know to search for, like doubling on the date, Lincoln's eye, or the word Liberty, slight misalignments in the rim, or even lamination cracks that reveal fascinating texture patterns, all of which make the coin not only beautiful but also one of a kind, and it's these factors combined, rarity, condition, error, and historical context, that drive up the value so astronomically, leading many coin experts to call it a once-in-a-lifetime find. That proves treasure can still be hiding in everyday pockets, yet thousands of people have unknowingly spent or tossed away these potential millions without realizing the fortune they held in their hands. And that's why every coin enthusiast, whether new or experienced, should know exactly how to spot, store, and sell coins like this. Because opportunities like these can change your life overnight. So if you ever find a 1980 penny without a mint mark, look carefully under bright light or a magnifier, check the details around the date, observe Lincoln's features, and look for errors or doubling. Then if you think you've got something special, never try to clean the coin since cleaning can instantly destroy its numismatic value. Instead, handle it only by the edges and place it in a soft coin flip or holder to prevent any scratches, then consider sending it to a professional grading company like PCGS. Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. Because a certified grade can make a massive difference, sometimes turning a few $100s into thousands or even millions if the coin is deemed rare and authentic, and once graded, you can explore several trusted platforms to sell your rare coins, including eBay, for wide exposure, heritage auctions, for serious collectors, great collections, Stax Bowers, or even local coin shows and dealers who specialize in US cents. But make sure to research each option and read reviews before selling because the right venue can help you maximize your profit, while the wrong one might leave you shortchanged. And for those just beginning their coin collecting journey, it's crucial to develop sharp observation skills and patience. Start by sorting through everyday pocket change or rolls from banks, keep a magnifying glass handy, and study coin reference guides or online databases that list varieties and known errors. As many valuable coins are hiding in plain sight, sometimes in ordinary-looking piles of coins, and if you're passionate about this hobby, consistency is key. Learn minting years, understand mint marks, follow coin news, and connect with fellow collectors online through forums or Facebook groups where experts often share photos of newly found error coins. And always remember that condition is king. Uncirculated or mint state coins command far higher prices than worn ones. So proper handling and storage are essential. But the most exciting part about the 1980 no mint mark penny is how it teaches collectors that not every valuable coin is old. Sometimes, modern coins with unique quirks can rival the worth of ancient rarities, and that truth keeps millions of collectors motivated, scouring coin rolls and drawers in search of the next hidden gem, with the thrill of discovery turning a simple penny into a priceless artifact of American history. reminding us that value can lie in the smallest details, from a faint doubling on Lincoln's face to a missing mint mark that transforms a 1-cent coin into a multi-million-dollar marvel. And stories have surfaced of people finding such coins purely by accident. Ordinary workers, students, and retirees stumbling upon coins that made them instant millionaires, proving that coin collecting isn't just a hobby but a gateway to historical preservation and financial opportunity. So whether you're a newcomer or a seasoned numismatist, keep your eyes sharp and your curiosity alive, because that single coin at the bottom of your jar might be worth more than your car, and as you dive deeper into this fascinating world, you'll realize that every coin tells a story, from the design and mint eras to the hands it has passed through, and the 1980 no-mint mark penny's story is one of mystery, luck, and legacy, capturing the imagination of collectors everywhere. So don't let it pass you by. Check your change, study your finds, and stay updated on new coin discoveries, because the next big millionaire coin might be hiding in your wallet right now, waiting for someone like you to notice it, appreciate it, and unlock its hidden value. And if you want to keep learning more about these incredible coins that turn pocket change into treasure, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a chance to discover another rare coin worth life-changing money. And when you're ready to sell your valuable finds, remember the best places: heritage auctions, eBay, great collections, Stack's Bowers, or trusted coin dealers. Because knowing where and how to sell can make all the difference. And for beginners, my secret tip is simple yet powerful: always research before acting, never clean a coin, and trust your instincts, because that small round piece of metal might just hold a fortune. And your journey in coin collecting could start today with the simple act of checking your change. So go ahead, dive into your coin jar, explore your old drawers, and maybe, just maybe, you'll find your own 1980 no-mint mark 1-cent USA coin worth $9 million. A true hidden treasure in American coinage history that proves miracles can be found in the smallest of places. So hit like, subscribe, and keep hunting for that next legendary coin that could change your life forever. Next, the 1981 no-mint mark 1-cent USA coin has become one of the most astonishing and mysterious treasures in the world of numismatics. A coin so seemingly ordinary yet carrying a story of value, rarity, and hidden fortune that has captivated collectors across the globe. Because this small piece of copper, weighing just 3.11 grams and bearing Abraham Lincoln's iconic profile, has shocked experts by fetching an estimated value of up to $7 million in private sales and high-profile auctions, showing that even the simplest penny in your pocket could hold life-changing potential. And this revelation has inspired a wave of new coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters to check every coin they touch, because the difference between 1 cent and $7 million could come down to a single minting detail, a subtle error, or an overlooked imperfection that transforms an everyday coin into a historical artifact of immense value. And the 1981 penny without a mint mark traces its origin to the Philadelphia Mint, which at the time produced coins without including a mint mark. Yet among the billions struck, a handful of specimens were created with astonishing minting errors that escaped detection and entered circulation unnoticed, making them some of the rarest modern Lincoln cents ever discovered. And these particular coins possess microscopic anomalies such as double-die obverse die cracks across Lincoln's eye or jacket, planchet defects, off-center strikes, or ghost-like doubling in the date and lettering, all of which create unique visual patterns that collectors describe as one-of-a-kind fingerprints of minting history. And what makes this even more remarkable is that the 1981 coin stands at the crossroads of two significant transitions in U.S. coin production. It was the final full year before the composition change in 1982 when the U.S. Mint switched from pure copper pennies to copper-plated zinc, and it also marked the closing era of classic minting craftsmanship before automated precision systems drastically reduced the chances of dramatic minting errors, meaning that the 1981 no-mint mark coin represents the last heartbeat of an age where human oversight could still lead to million-dollar anomalies. And when numismatic historians examined these 1981 varieties, they found that several examples displayed doubling in the motto, "In God We Trust," a faint misalignment between the date numerals, and sometimes even a subtle flattening on Lincoln's nose that only appeared on early die strikes, a detail so minute that only expert graders or magnification under 10x could identify it. Yet that tiny mark became the key to unlocking seven-figure valuations in today's collector market, and stories soon emerged of ordinary Americans who stumbled upon 1981 pennies worth unimaginable sums, one found in a forgotten change jar in a kitchen drawer, another in an inherited coin collection from a late relative, both later authenticated and sold for massive amounts at heritage auctions and Stack's Bowers, cementing this coin's place among the most valuable modern U.S. cents ever known. And the reason behind such astronomical worth isn't only the scarcity or error but the cultural resonance it carries. It symbolizes the possibility that fortune can still hide in plain sight, waiting for a sharp eye and patient heart to uncover it. And as beginner coin collectors dive into this world, they quickly learn that knowledge and discipline are worth more than luck, for every collection starts with a single coin, and the 1981 no-mint mark penny teaches that every detail matters, from rim thickness to die alignment, because each imperfection tells a story about how coins were made and how perfection sometimes gives birth to priceless mistakes. And if you ever come across one, you should never attempt to clean it, polish it, or touch its surface directly. Always handle it by the edges and protect it in a coin holder, because cleaning damages the surface, removes the original mint luster, and drastically reduces value, turning a potential multi-million-dollar find into just another penny. And once you suspect your 1981 penny might be special, the next step is professional verification. Submit it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC, where expert graders will assess its authenticity, condition, and rarity, issuing a grade that becomes the foundation for its market value, and a high-grade MS67 or MS68 coin with confirmed error features can easily draw offers in the hundreds of thousands or even millions depending on collector demand and market timing. And when the moment comes to sell, there are several trusted platforms where you can find the best buyers and ensure fair prices. Heritage Auctions, Great Collections, Stack's Bowers, Legend Rare Coin Auctions, or eBay's Verified Coin Sellers section. And many collectors prefer in-person coin shows or conventions because direct evaluation often leads to better offers and educational opportunities, where experts explain how subtle details, like die wear, strike sharpness, and color toning, affect a coin's premium. And beginners must remember that success in coin collecting is built on observation, patience, and continuous learning. Spend time studying online databases, coin catalogs, and error coin listings, and get familiar with the terminology. Terms like broad strike, off-center, die cap, cud, and planchet flaw describe the errors that often create rarity, and understanding these makes spotting valuable coins easier. And many new collectors make the mistake of chasing age alone, thinking older always means rarer. But the 1981 penny proves that even relatively modern coins can reach legendary status when rarity meets error, and that realization is what fuels the excitement in coin hunting communities worldwide, turning a casual hobby into a daily treasure hunt where every handful of coins might hold a miracle. And for those who wish to preserve long-term value, proper storage is essential. Keep your rare finds in temperature-controlled environments, use acid-free holders, and avoid PVC plastic, which can chemically damage the metal over time, and always keep documentation, receipts, and grading certificates together because provenance can increase a coin's resale price dramatically, especially for high-profile pieces like the 1981 no-mint mark cent. And when you study its surface closely, you'll notice how the copper tone reflects a deeper reddish luster distinct to pre-1982 cents, known in grading as RD, or red condition, the most desired color designation, since time naturally darkens copper to brown, and coins that remain red after 4 decades are exceedingly rare, commanding premium value, especially when paired with an error variety. And collectors often compare the 1981 penny to the legendary 1909 SVDB or the 1955 double die because although it lacks a mint mark or century-old history, its scarcity in perfect condition and mysterious error patterns put it in the same Hall of Fame. And as the coin market continues to evolve with digital grading archives and blockchain-verified authenticity certificates, coins like the 1981 no-mint mark cent become even more desirable, bridging history and technology in one timeless artifact. And what fascinates both beginners and veterans alike is that such coins remind us of America's minting legacy, the precision, the art, and the human touch that occasionally produced accidents of immense beauty and value. And it's not just a piece of currency, it's a piece of history molded in copper, carrying the silent echo of the machines that struck it over 40 years ago. And owning one is like holding a living relic of the nation's economic story, a reminder that value often hides in the smallest, most overlooked details. So if you're starting your collection, don't be discouraged by small beginnings. Start with pocket change, learn to recognize subtle differences, and always keep a magnifier nearby, because that's how most great collectors began, turning curiosity into discovery and discovery into fortune. And never underestimate the power of persistence. Even seasoned experts still check every roll of pennies they get from the bank, because lightning can strike twice, and the next $7 million coin could be waiting in a sealed roll, unseen since the day it left the mint. And remember to stay connected with the community. Join coin groups on social media, participate in forums, and watch live auctions to learn how bidding works, because observing the marketplace is as important as finding coins themselves, teaching you when to hold, when to sell, and how to value condition over hype. And as your collection grows, your understanding deepens, transforming you from a casual finder into a true numismatist. And that's the spirit the 1981 No Mint Mark penny embodies: hope, patience, discovery, and reward. Because somewhere out there, a small copper coin with no mint mark and a slight die misalignment is still waiting to be found, and it might be worth $7 million or more, ready to change someone's life forever. And this is why collectors never stop looking. They know history repeats itself in unexpected ways, and coins are the tiny time machines that carry it forward. So before you spend your change, take a closer look. What appears to be an ordinary penny could be your ticket to financial freedom. And when you do find something promising, protect it, research it, and share your story, because each discovery inspires others to look deeper, learn more, and keep the legacy of coin collecting alive. Next, 1978 No Mint Mark 1 cent USA coin stands as one of the most legendary discoveries in modern coin collecting history. A humble Lincoln penny that has defied every expectation by being valued at an astonishing $12 million. Making it one of the most talked about coins ever found, because beneath its small copper surface lies a story of mystery, rarity, and a forgotten moment in American minting history that turned an everyday piece of change into a priceless artifact. And collectors all around the world have been left in awe over how a coin that millions of people once held without a second thought could turn out to be worth more than most houses, cars, or even entire collections combined. And this story is not just about money but about passion, observation, and the incredible details that separate an ordinary coin from a masterpiece. For the 1978 No Mint Mark penny, like the famous 1909 SVDB and 1955 double die, represents that perfect blend of historical error and minting mystery that captures the imagination of every collector, young and old. And what makes the 1978 No Mint Mark penny so valuable begins with its origin, struck in Philadelphia, where no mint mark was traditionally used. But among the billions of coins produced that year, a microscopic number exhibited unique minting errors so rare that only a handful have ever been verified, including dramatic die cracks, misaligned dies, double-struck impressions, planchet flaws, and faint doubling across the date and lettering, making each of these coins a true one-of-a-kind artifact, a literal fingerprint of minting history. And the deeper one looks, the clearer it becomes that this coin's worth lies in the incredible perfection of its imperfection, because 1978 was a transitional period before the mint began refining production technologies, meaning human error could still slip through, allowing coins like this to exist. And when examined under magnification, some of these 1978 pennies display faint doubling on Lincoln's eye, nose, and the word Liberty, while others have minor rim cuds or retained dyed breaks, details invisible to the naked eye but instantly recognizable to trained collectors who know the value of an anomaly. And these varieties, authenticated and graded by top-tier services such as PCGS and NGC, have achieved record-breaking prices at major auctions, with certain pristine examples in mint state red, MS67 RD condition surpassing multi-million dollar valuations. and one such coin, rumored to have been discovered in a family coin jar in Pennsylvania, stunned experts when it sold privately for over $12 million, proving that even coins struck within our lifetime can rival the worth of the rarest ancient pieces. And that revelation sent a wave of excitement through the numismatic world, sparking a new generation of collectors who began searching their jars, drawers, and bank rolls for hidden fortune, because if a 1978 penny could hold such unimaginable value, who knows what other treasures remain undiscovered in circulation? And the most fascinating part is how small the difference can be between an ordinary coin and a priceless one. Sometimes just a subtle shift in alignment, or an extra strike from the minting press can make the difference between 1 cent and $12 million, which is why knowledge, patience, and curiosity are the true tools of a successful coin collector. And for those new to this world, the 1978 mint mark penny serves as both a mystery and a lesson, reminding us that history is hidden in plain sight and that the smallest artifacts often hold the greatest power. So if you ever come across one, never rush to clean or polish it, because doing so destroys the original luster that collectors value most and can instantly reduce its worth by thousands or even millions. Instead, always handle your coin by its edges and place it immediately in a soft protective holder, then consult a professional grader who can authenticate and encapsulate it properly. And when your coin receives an official grade, its value becomes secure and recognized worldwide, allowing you to explore selling options through reputable platforms like Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, Great Collections, or eBay's certified rare coins section. But remember to research the market first, because timing and condition can drastically influence price. And sometimes holding on to your coin while its rarity becomes more widely known can lead to even greater returns. And while the 1978 mint mark penny holds a record-breaking $12 million value for its unique error and flawless condition, it also stands as a powerful symbol of how every coin tells a story. The story of the mint that struck it, the economy it served, and the people who unknowingly carried a fortune in their pockets. And for beginner collectors, the path to finding coins like this begins not with luck but with education, observation, and discipline. Start by learning the basics of mint marks, years, and composition, because understanding how and where coins were made helps you identify when something doesn't look right, and those irregularities are where rarity is born. Study minting errors, learn to use a magnifying glass or digital microscope, and most importantly, cultivate patience, because great discoveries rarely happen overnight, but they do happen, as countless collectors have proven when they turn a single cent into a life-changing payday. And as you continue your journey, keep your coins organized, label them by year and mint, and store them in acid-free holders or coin albums to prevent damage, since condition is everything in numismatics. A flawless surface can mean the difference between a few $100s and millions. And when inspecting 1978 pennies, pay close attention to the obverse details around Lincoln's eye, nose, and the letters of liberty and trust, as those are commonplaces for doubling. And also check the reverse, especially the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, since sharpness and strike quality matter deeply to graders. And if your coin shines with a deep red copper tone rather than brown, it could already be in a higher grade, giving you a massive advantage if it ever goes to auction. And what fascinates experts most is how these 1978 mint mark pennies managed to survive in pristine condition despite circulation, as the odds of finding an uncirculated copper cent from that era are incredibly slim, which is why collectors guard these discoveries so fiercely, treating them as once-in-a-lifetime miracles of metal and history. And every story of discovery fuels another wave of hope in the coin collecting community, because everyone knows that fortune can strike anywhere: a random pocket, an old coin roll, a forgotten jar in the kitchen, or a childhood collection tucked away in a closet. And that's what makes this hobby so exciting, because every single coin has potential, and every collector, regardless of experience or budget, stands a chance at finding greatness. And as coin prices continue to rise in the modern era, coins like the 1978 mint mark cent become even more desirable to investors, not just for their beauty or rarity, but because they represent an asset that transcends time, combining art, history, and scarcity into something truly timeless. And when you hold one of these coins in your hand, you're holding more than metal, you're holding A piece of America's story, a link between the past and present that tells us even the smallest things can make the biggest impact. And for anyone just beginning their coin collecting journey, let this be your motivation. Keep searching, keep learning, and never dismiss a coin as worthless, because the next world record might be sitting right in front of you. And when you finally make that incredible discovery, handle it wisely. Consult experts, and consider selling it only through verified platforms that specialize in rare coins, like heritage auctions, great collections, Stack's Bowers, or even trusted local dealers who have established reputations, and always get multiple opinions on your coin's value before agreeing to a sale, because informed collectors make smarter deals, and if you want to preserve your coin's long-term potential, store it in a safe deposit box or climate-controlled environment to prevent oxidation or damage, and keep your certification papers safe, as provenance adds extra value in the eyes of future buyers. And remember that coin collecting isn't just about wealth, it's about discovery, connection, and preserving history for generations to come, because each coin we find tells a story about who we are and where we've been, and the 1978 no-mint mark penny is a shining example of that truth, proving that even the most common objects can carry extraordinary meaning, and that's why collectors everywhere continue to search, hoping to uncover the next incredible error, variety, or hidden gem that could change their lives forever, and maybe yours will be next. So before you spend another penny, take one last look. You never know when you might be holding a coin worth millions. And if you found this story inspiring, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another unbelievable discovery in the world of rare coins. And when you do find your special coin, remember the best places to sell: heritage auctions, Stack's Bowers, great collections, or trusted certified sellers online. What if that ordinary penny in your change jar wasn't so ordinary after all, because the 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln cent hides one of the most fascinating stories in American coin history. A story born in the heart of the Philadelphia Mint where billions of coins poured out, yet every single one carried the quiet mystery of no letter under the date. A tiny absence that sparks endless questions among collectors and new treasure hunters who stare at their pennies hoping one might carry a hidden error or perfect strike that turns common change into something worth real collector money. And that's why this small brown coin, just 19 millimeters of copper-plated zinc weighing 2.5 grams, still makes headlines in coin forums and TikTok reels, because beginners keep asking, is my 1994 penny rare? Could this be the one that changes everything? And here's the truth that turns curiosity into knowledge. The no-mint mark simply means it was struck in Philadelphia, the oldest mint in the United States, a place that has been crafting American history since 1792, and the 1994 run produced over 6 billion coins, meaning almost everyone alive in the US has touched one. But rarity in coin collecting isn't just about the year or the missing mint mark, it's about condition, mint errors, and preservation. So before you dream of millions, you must learn the language of coins. MS for mint state, RD for full red luster, DDO for double die obverse, RPM for repunched mint mark, AU for almost uncirculated, and these little abbreviations decide whether a coin is worth 1 cent or $100, and that's why professional graders like PCGS and NGC exist, to authenticate, grade, and encapsulate coins so their condition and value are protected forever. And if a 1994 penny shines with flawless surfaces, deep color, and strong details under a magnifier, that's where the story begins, because a top-graded MS-68 red 1994 cent has fetched hundreds at auction, proving that even modern coins have potential when preserved perfectly. And when you add mint errors like off-center strikes, die cracks, broad strikes, and double dies, the price can climb further, since collectors adore imperfections born from the minting process itself, the accidental art of machine and metal colliding at thousands of tons of pressure. So before tossing your change aside, flip those coins under good light. Rotate the obverse slowly to check for doubling on Liberty, or I in God We Trust. Study the edges for missing metal, and if you see something unusual, stop, because that's when you document it with clear photos. Search error-ref.com for reference images, and maybe even post it on coin community forums where experts love to help new collectors identify genuine errors. And if you confirm it's rare, the next move is learning how to sell safely. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, and great collections handle serious pieces, while eBay lets you test the waters if you photograph clearly and check completed listings for real prices, never the asking ones, and local coin shops can give free opinions, though you should always get multiple quotes before selling anything that looks valuable. And for storing your collection, start small with 2x2 holders or coin flips, label them with date, mint, grade, and any special features. Keep them in a dry environment away from PVC plastics because chemical reactions can destroy the copper plating. And remember that patience is a coin collector's best tool, since values rise with demand and education, not hype. So beginners should read the Red Book every year to understand real market trends, join coin clubs or online groups to see how seasoned collectors talk, and never clean coins, since the original surface is what gives them authenticity and value. And the secret of every successful collector isn't finding the $1 million coin by luck, but learning how to recognize beauty, rarity, and history in the smallest details. Like how the 1994 Lincoln cent continues the legacy of Victor David Brenner's design, first struck in 1909, a tribute to honesty and leadership etched into metal, connecting generations through something so small yet so powerful that it still drives curiosity decades later. So the next time a penny lands in your hand, take a moment to look closer, because history hides in plain sight, and one coin could start your collecting journey today. So if you love learning about coins, discovering real treasures, and joining a community where curiosity turns into skill, then tap like, share this story with friends who hoard change jars, subscribe for more deep dives into the coins you see every day, and keep hunting those tiny treasures that teach patience, history, and the art of value itself, because even a simple 1994 no-mint mark penny can remind us that the smallest things often hold the biggest stories. And that's the real fortune waiting in your pocket right now. The journey of the 1994 no-mint mark 1 cent USA coin doesn't just stop at its face value or shiny surface, because hidden within its copper-plated zinc shell is a story of how American money evolved, how precision meets mass production, and how a small coin can become a classroom for every new collector learning the art of numismatics, the study of money itself, where every scratch, every line, and every tiny die flaw tells part of the mint's industrial heartbeat from over 3 decades ago. And when you think about it, that little penny represents billions of moments in American life, purchases, savings jars, school projects, lucky charms. And yet only those who slow down to study it understand its secret personality, its delicate blend of art and science that keeps collectors fascinated generation after generation, because the 1994 cent, like many coins of the modern era, bridges the analog and digital ages, struck by machines but cherished by human eyes that see the beauty in its imperfections, and those imperfections, whether a slightly doubled date or a faint die crack curling like a scar across Lincoln's shoulder, are what transform mass production into something collectible. And every year new hobbyists enter this world through coins just like this, realizing it's not just about money but about discovery, patience, and curiosity. Because once you start noticing die varieties and small mint anomalies, you begin to see how complex the minting process truly is, how blanks are cut, planchets washed, dies polished, and presses calibrated, yet somehow small differences slip through, turning into treasures for those who care to look closely. And that's why collectors often say, check your change. Not because everyone will find a fortune, but because it trains your eye, teaches value, and connects you to history. And as you build your knowledge, you start to recognize that even within something as humble as the 1994 penny, there are layers of value, sentimental, historical, educational, and sometimes financial, especially when paired with patience and proper care. So whether you're a beginner just starting to look at your spare change or a seasoned collector chasing the next unique error, the steps remain the same. Learn first, verify second, and dream third, because informed collectors are the ones who actually find real treasures. And when the day comes that you pull out a coin and realize you've spotted something special, that thrill of discovery will remind you why millions of people around the world fall in love with coin collecting. And if you ever decide to sell or trade your finds, remember to stick with trusted markets like Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, or great collections for rare pieces, or eBay for smaller sales where you can learn pricing trends through completed listings, and always keep your coins documented with clear, well-lit photos and notes about where and how you found them, because provenance adds credibility, and credibility attracts buyers. And as you continue to explore coins like the 1994 no-mint mark penny, you'll find yourself not just collecting objects but collecting stories. Stories of mint workers, engravers, technological innovations, and even the occasional human error that turned ordinary coins into legends. And that's the beauty of numismatics, where curiosity meets craftsmanship. So keep your eyes open, your magnifier handy, and your enthusiasm alive. And don't forget that the next great discovery could be hiding in the change you spend every day. So like this video if you love uncovering hidden history, subscribe for more deep dive coin stories, share it with fellow collectors or anyone who's ever saved a lucky penny, and keep exploring because every coin has a heartbeat, and the 1994 no-mint mark 1 cent proves that sometimes the smallest things hold the biggest lessons about value, time, and the history we carry in our pockets.